Think we're live.
Woo!
Think we're back to being live.
Think so.
So I'll take a second quick at the beginning here to explain what just happened for anybody just tuning back in over here. Basically, that science segment that we were really excited about, there was something that Facebook did not like in that science segment and flagged it, blocked it, and that's why anybody over on Facebook was kicked out of that live. We apologize for that. I usually am very careful, and I am very careful about it. I thought I had all the right, stuff in the video so it wouldn't happen. In fact, it didn't get flagged on YouTube, which stuff like that happens all the time anyways. So
Yeah.
it's just Facebook being Facebook again, and we do apologize. But that's why we simulcast over on Twitch and on YouTube as well. So we're going to keep going with the show as normal. I just want to let you guys know for tuning in, you do have a chance of winning a mug, whether you're watching on Facebook, on Twitch, or on YouTube. You have a chance of winning our Evil Witch mug, and one lucky comment on each platform will be picked to win that mug. The only difference being on YouTube, we will announce that live on the show before we sign off for the night because we cannot actually access the comments right after the show. But over on Twitch and on Facebook, we'll tag your comment if you won and send the mug right out to you. Now, what we like to do here on this show all the time is feature one of you on this show in the Death Star of the Week segment. And this is no different. So if you've never met Robert Murray, you're going to meet him right now.
Good. It is a fully operational Death Star of the Week.
Robert, thank you so much for joining me on the Death Star segment today. I'm going to start like I always do. I want to know, how did you first hear about Death Wish Coffee? Either the coffee, the company. Do you remember what year that might have been?
Yeah, actually I do. It was in 2015. I had first heard about it, and I was part of a Pearl Jam Christmas fan club secret swap Santa present thing.
Fun.
And I got a package of Death Wish coffee in it. And when I first got it, I was like, what is this? Why is somebody sending me this? So I kind of tucked it away in a cupboard, forgot all about it. Now we're going to fast forward to a year later. I'm a part of another Christmas group exchange at work. And I really like coffee. I hadn't tried it when I put it up in the cupboard. I was kind of, skull and crossbones, a little afraid of what somebody sent me. So I keep seeing this ad for Death Wish come up in my Facebook feed. And I'm like, I'm going to see what this is about. So I click on the link and I go into it. And I'm like, the first thing I see is barrel-aged hot toddy. And I'm like, okay, that's a little pricey, but I'm going to try it. And I'm going to get it for the person that I'm getting for Secret Santa. Oh, my God. From that second on, we were both hooked. They loved it as a present. I loved it. And then I subscribed shortly after that.
Awesome. So before discovering Death Wish, were you a big coffee drinker before that?
Absolutely. I started off drinking coffee when I was 19, working in kitchens, needing lots of extra energy.
Oh, yeah.
Long days, go in from 8 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. So coffee was a huge part growing up working in restaurants. And then after that, I got a little older. I still drink coffee all the time. I always look for a good coffee. Death Wish is great coffee. I love the low acidity in it. Doesn't kill your stomach for the day. Just a great product.
Excellent. And what is your go-to brewing method?
Well, right now I use a Ninja coffee brewer.
Yes.
I love it. I set it on the rich setting. I can brew just the mug that I'm going to be taking to work for the day, and I go from there. I really am interested. It's funny watching all the segments that you guys have done. I need to buy a Chemex. I want to buy a Chemex, and I need to try that.
Definitely. It took me a couple years to do it myself, but it's my favorite weekend brew. When I have the time to really kind of be a mad scientist, I absolutely love it.
Awesome.
Okay, so the other side of it is we love to make a good cup of coffee, but we also like to make something cool to put it in. And I noticed some behind you. You are a mug collector, it looks like.
Absolutely.
What was the first mug you got from Death Wish?
It's funny that year I was doing the Christmas shopping, the one mug that I remember that was on the site, and I wish I had purchased then and I hadn't, was the Christmas Yeti. Yeah. That is a beautiful mug. And I actually have one that's shipping to me now that I had got from a fan from one of the pages.
Excellent.
Didn't rake me over the coals on it, so I got it for a decent price. So I get my dream white whale mug right now. But my first mug that I bought was the Teddy Bear.
Oh, nice. Very, very cool. Yeah, I don't even own a Yeti myself. There's one that sits on the back on the shelf behind me, but that is Mike Brown's, and that's just for good looking on the show. It's one of my favorite mugs too. I'm so glad that you found that white whale and it's on its way to you.
Absolutely.
Do you have, outside of the Yeti that's coming to you, do you have a favorite mug in your collection?
There are actually 3.
Excellent.
And it's all because of what Death Wish does. It's the St. Patrick's Day Dropkick Murphys. It was the Veterans Day of this year, and that an Undead Special Olympics mug. I love that you guys picked charities that those all went to. Between the Collada Fund, the Special Olympics, and the vets, the Canines for Vets were amazing. And that's one of the things that has made me a big fan of not just the coffee, but Death Wish as a whole company. Is what they put back into the community.
Awesome. Yeah, I really love all the different things we get to do with the charities, and when we get to tie it into a mug, it just makes it even cooler.
Absolutely.
For sure. And also, I just got to say, as a side note on a collection, I noticed that you are a Simpsons fan, so from one Simpsons fan to another, that's awesome. Because I see them all behind you.
Oh, awesome.
So finally, the question I get to on the show is, you've been a fan of the company for a while now. You've enjoyed the coffee. You've seen us come out with the mugs and the merchandise. Is there anything that we haven't tried that you'd like to see us try?
Absolutely. I would love to see Death Wish Scally Caps. Would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. I love the Irish cap style. I know a lot of people love to wear it. Something with a big Death Wish logo on the back would absolutely represent. And now that you guys did the Zippos in Death Wish, I'd love to see a Valhalla Java Zippo. Would be killer.
Yes. Well, I can comment on both of those. One, we've gotten a lot of requests to do the Scully Caps, especially with our connection to Dropkick and that whole culture. And I know that there's nothing in the works at the moment, but it's something that is constantly being brought up. So keep your fingers crossed. Keep telling customer service you want it, and I bet you we'll do it in the future at some point, because it just seems like a match made in heaven for sure. And on the other side of that, we loved doing the Zippo with Death Wish. So we went straight to Zach, and hopefully we're going to do a Valhalla one. So,
that would be awesome.
Be looking for that as well. Well, I can't thank you enough for taking time and talking with me on the segment. I love meeting people in this community because you all seem to love Death Wish Coffee.
Yeah, it is amazing. And like I said, it's just a great company. I love everything the company does. Not just a fan of the coffee, but I think I'm even a bigger fan of what the company represents.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
So cool talking with Robert. And I do want to mention, if you noticed behind Robert, he had a bunch of Simpsons figures, and I commented on them because I'm a giant Simpsons nerd. And Robert was kind enough to send me one of them. I have it.
It's very cool looking. Look at it. Jeff loves it, Robert. If you're watching now, we were talking about it before we went live.
It's super awesome. I do want to apologize one more time here about going live and having to go back on the live. I know that wasn't that much of a hiccup for you guys watching on Twitch, but over on YouTube, you definitely probably had to go into it live, and then on Facebook, everybody got kicked off. Basically, from what I'm seeing, that segment got flagged by NBC, Universal, which I'm guessing for James Whale's 1931 Frankenstein movie, which, I put all the rights into that. I made sure I was using, very little bit of it, which was within the guidelines, but it still gets flagged. And that's the problem behind Facebook. Facebook is a great platform, but it has way too many checks and balances in there. And that's why, there's a lot of stuff that is a lot more fun over on YouTube and Twitch as well. But we love all you guys for watching, and thank you guys so much for retuning back in. I see that everybody is back as well. And I did want to mention real quick that we are giving away these mugs, in case you guys didn't know. Each platform has a chance to win a Witch mug. All you got to do is drop a
Heck
comment.
yeah.
One lucky comment will get to get a mug on each platform. On Facebook and over on Twitch, we'll announce the winner after the show is over in the comments. And on YouTube, we will announce your name live before we sign off.
Heck yeah.
I do want to mention, too, even though we got flagged on Facebook, I was really proud of that science segment. I'm glad that you guys really enjoyed it, the ones that you guys did get to see.
Spooky.
And we'll be doing 2 more parts of those moving forward. And the entire episode will be available on YouTube on Sunday when the science segment comes out on the podcast as well. So it'll be in full audio and video format, but it'll be up on the Death Wish Coffee Company YouTube page on Sunday if you want to watch it or if you missed some of it and got kicked off because Facebook sucks. I do want to take a second, though, and welcome you back because you just spent a week in Ireland.
I did.
And I've never been. Is it as amazing as it looks?
It's the most amazing place on this planet,
Did-
if you ask me.
Did you get stopped by people thinking you were a local?
I did a few times.
Because you look like you just would blend in there.
Yeah, and my name, saying Shannon Sweeney over there is pretty common too. I realized my last name is pretty much like Smith over there. So
Yeah.
at least 2 bars named Sweeney's, an auto shop named Sweeney's. A lot of Sweeney's over there.
I saw that you went to the Guinness factory.
I did. Got to pour my own Guinness. I have a certificate that I'm hanging up behind my desk saying that I can pour the perfect pint of Guinness. I earned it. Damn it.
That's awesome.
And I got to drink it. It was great.
Awesome. You also stayed in a castle.
We did. So we stayed in the Napogue Castle, which is outside of Limerick. Napogue in Gaelic means Hill of Kisses. So it was this castle that is 1,467 years old. So hella old. And they built, so you had the main structure of the castle, but they also built like an updated structure around it, including an apartment in the castle that they said that Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan had both stayed in.
Whoa.
So it was cool. We got the whole castle to ourselves. We literally were drinking wine, running around the castle in pajamas. I was screaming a lot of Game of Thrones chants.
Of course. Mother
As you can imagine. A lot of King in the North, Queen in the North. All kinds of stuff. And we found out it was haunted the second night, so I slept with the lights on. Fun fact.
Best meal you ate over there.
Oh, man. So I found out, we went to this restaurant called Boxty,
Okay.
which we were like, why the hell is it called Boxty? Well, Boxty is an Irish potato pancake, essentially. And it was originated where my family's from in County Leitrim.
Oh, okay.
So I got to kind of, experience my family's original dish. So it's like basically this potato pancake, and it was wrapped with chicken and this creamy gravy and vegetables.
Whoa.
Holy crap. I ate a lot of potatoes. I ate a ton of potatoes,
I'm sure.
but that was the best.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, any other takeaways from your trip? Do you wish you were still there?
I want to move there.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not now, obviously, but it's in my head. But I highly recommend, if anyone can get over there, if you have a chance to go to Ireland, seriously, do it. It was relatively inexpensive to travel there. It looks like it's out of, fantasy. It does not look real, so.
That's so awesome. That is so awesome. Well, welcome back. I'm glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back. I was very tired. I'm a little jet lagged right now, so if I seem a little drowsy, trust me, I've had a lot of coffee today.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, every single week on Thursday, a brand new podcast comes out. This is the live show we do every Wednesday if you guys are just tuning in for the very first time. Every single Wednesday we come out live and we have a lot of fun with you guys. But every Thursday, wherever podcasts are found, that's including Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Music, wherever you listen to podcasts, or in full video on the Death Wish Coffee YouTube page, you can find our brand new podcast episode that features a special guest every single week. This week, I got to sit down with Elizabeth Streb, who is the creator and choreographer of Streb Extreme Action. And this is a dance troupe, an acrobatic troupe, a group of people unlike anything else in the entire world. And I can't even explain it. I got to show you. So before I show you actually a clip of my interview with Elizabeth, here's a little crash course on exactly what Streb actually is.
Make
Hey, here come the trouble.
It was absolutely incredible. So Elizabeth and her troupe, they came right up here to upstate New York and did an installation at the Tang Museum at Skidmore College. And we got to go down and bring a bunch of caffeine to them, and I got to meet a lot of the action heroes, as they're called, and see them working on a lot of what you just saw in that video. That's their brand new, basically, promo reel for 2019.
Jeez.
And some of that stuff they were working out while we were down there, which was really, really cool. And Elizabeth has created this entire thing. When she was a kid, in like the 60s and 70s, she always wanted to fly, like really fly. And she realized that if you fly, you have to come down. And then started to kind of figure that out from a dance perspective.
Right.
And wanted to figure out how you can use a human body in the space in front of you with the negative space and using different things and creating different things and inventing different things. A lot of those contraptions she's invented and has made these incredible performances. They've performed for the Olympics. They've performed all over the world, and it's absolutely incredible. It was really, really cool to talk with her. And in fact, if you tune into the episode tomorrow and you just listen to it, that's great. It's really interesting. But I 100% say watch it, because there's a whole section in the center where she kind of took me around as they were working on some of their stuff. And we have a ton of footage of these guys actually doing it for real and working it out. And it's really, really cool. But I have a short clip, actually, of my interview with Elizabeth, which comes out tomorrow, where I ask her the question I ask everybody on these shows: what fuels you, and really what fuels her to do all of these incredible things?
Fueled by Deathcast.
Through everything that you've done and continue to do, what fuels your passion to keep creating, keep inventing, and keep doing this?
Just really interest. I follow my interests and my obsessions. I did right from the very beginning. I wasn't dissuaded about its practicality in the real world, and I'm able to notice what I'm curious about. And sometimes I'll think, what should I make next? And I have a blank page, but the beauty is the blank page forces you to figure out what to put on that blank page. And I'm not a sentimental person. I don't care if my name's remembered or any of that. People are now, because of my age, also a lot of the foundations are going, archives. What are you going to do with it? What do you want to leave behind? I go, I'm not spending my time with archives, because it's a sinkhole. It's very time-consuming and expensive. I'm not doing that. However, I have an idea for my death. That I would, and I've professed it in several circumstances, but that I want to be so used up that I just burst into dust at the end of my moments. And then it would happen so suddenly that I probably wouldn't even notice it. Of course, I could do the horrible thing and get really sick and have to hang around and all that, but I think that the death thing is clear, that the days that are left are fewer than the days that I've enjoyed. And I'm aware of that, and I think of it like that. How ought I spend my life, however long I have left? Yeah. Kind of the Mary Oliver, tell me, what is it you want to do with your one wild and crazy life? and you better do it and get everything you don't want to do out of the way. So I'm a little more adamant about no. And I leave the things, I don't have the privilege of not, raising money with my whole team. I have a whole team. It's not just me.
Right.
I'd rather not ask people for money, but if I go to market, then they'll be asking me for money.
Right.
I like that. But I guess I think death is a very amazing thing. And I think it's the only thing that keeps anyone humble, knowing that you too shall meet the same end as every other single person.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. And I find that very inspiring.
Yeah, no, it really, and it's inspiring when you think about it in your context. Is like, why would I not live every day of my life the way I'm going to live it? Because there is that inevitable finish line. I'm going to make it there at some point. Why not use myself up to the fullest? And I think that's inspiring.
But the thing is, you get into habits, right? Especially, I have people that depend on me and this and that, and I want to read a difficult book all the way through, and I haven't. That's how I want to spend some of my time continuing to learn, meaning continuing to learn. And I want to, my girlfriend says I should meditate. She doesn't request it. No, she doesn't suggest it. She now requests it. I go, I know it would be good for me, but I just can't sit here. I'm trying.
I get it.
Trying. And then I think, your question is so deep, obviously. But I think that you have to have the bravery to learn how to say no to a whole bunch of things. I have a hard time saying no to, but I'd rather. And then you have the time to do what you really must do before the end comes. And that's a discipline I'm trying to gain. To say no is very hard.
So cool talking with Elizabeth. I 100% recommend tuning in tomorrow, wherever podcasts are found, for episode 147 of Fueled by Deathcast with Elizabeth Streb and the Streb Extreme Action. Again, wherever podcasts are found, Apple
Heck yeah.
Podcasts, Spotify, Google Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen, but really tune in for the visual on YouTube, on the Death Wish Coffee Company YouTube. And I don't know if you guys knew this. I just wanted to mention this real quick. Spotify. Do you guys get the scoop? Do you guys subscribe to our scoop newsletter that comes out every single Monday? I hope you do, because we fill it with all the cool content you guys want to see. Our blogs, our podcasts. There was literally a thing about what we should be for Halloween this year.
Drop your comments or fill out the form about what Death Wish should be for Halloween.
Yeah.
Because we need ideas and it's going to happen.
But just so you guys know, Fueled by Deathcast, the podcast, has always been on Spotify. You can get every single episode and all of our mini episodes and everything that we've ever put out on Fueled by Deathcast over on Spotify. But Death Wish Coffee Company is now on Spotify as well, and we decided that in the scoop every month we're going to come out with a playlist of, songs we're listening to in the office or songs that kind of coincide with what's happening. This month, obviously, Halloween. We wanted to come out with a Halloween podcast or a Halloween playlist, so we made Halloween, and you can go over to Death Wish Coffee Company, follow us on Spotify, and listen to all of our favorite Halloween-themed songs.
I think next month, since my birthday's in November, it should be a Shannon-themed.
It should just be Happy Birthday over and over again?
No, it should just be anything I listen to.
Is there a song?
So, the Jonas Brothers.
Do they have a song named Shannon?
No, but it would just be stuff that I listen to in honor of me. So, it'd be just the Jonas Brothers.
All right.
Just kidding. No one would want to listen
I mean, I guess there's Jonas Brothers fans out there. You're not the only one. Are you the only one?
Probably.
Nah, that's not true.
All to myself.
Anyway, we're really excited about that. And if you don't subscribe to The Scoop, go on over to deathwishcoffee.com and give us your email
subscribe,
address.
damn it.
Scroll all the way to the bottom. It'll say enter email here. Enter your email. You get our newsletters. You'll get all that kind of stuff. See, 6 can of 6, Queen 6 over there says only Nick. Only Nick.
I love Nick.
Is he your favorite Jonas?
No, Joe is my favorite. Come on.
Who's the fourth ghost Jonas we learned about?
Frankie Jonas.
Frankie Jonas, the guy
right,
that no one
Jonas
cares
Brothers.
about. All right.
We're getting talk about Halloween costumes.
We got something fun coming out tomorrow, guys.
We do.
It's coming out tomorrow.
Could have used this in the haunted castle.
You coulda. You want to show it to him? I mean, you've seen it, but it's coming out tomorrow. It's our Ouija hoodie. Look at that guy.
And the back.
Look at that. Stay awake. Will coffee make me a better person today?
Answer. We don't know.
So these are lightweight zip-down hoodies. They fit pretty much true to size. We'll have a size chart up on the site tomorrow. They're super soft, guys. And they'll, like I said, they're available tomorrow on deathwishcoffee.com around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the normal time when we release new stuff. I believe they go up to 4X, I think. I haven't
been here for a week. I don't know.
Yeah, don't quote me. Don't at me at that. But we're really excited about this. It's super on brand, and it's also a little bit good for the Halloween season.
And it's so soft.
And it's super soft. And it's great because it's lightweight. We've done a lot of heavy hoodies in the past. This is one of those hoodies that you can wear in the spring, you can wear in the fall. You know, you can wear on like a cool summer night. Or you can use it as layers, or you can wear it as a cape, as Shannon is showing right now.
It's so soft.
Oh man. So let's head on over to Mug Vision. Let's see if we can make this happen again.
Mug Vision.
And
pew!
Can I make it happen? Can I make it happen?
Too early.
Yeah,
pew!
Look at that.
Hell yeah.
All right. This guy is coming out in just a few weeks. This is our Halloween mug. As you can see, this side is the monster taking over, Mr. Hyde trapping Dr. Jekyll away, but then the other side is the good Dr. Jekyll trying to keep Mr. Hyde at bay. And designed by our in-house art director, Thomas Dragonetti. It's an incredible idea with that purple and green glaze. I love how the green seeps into the monster side,
like over here.
but it's pushed back on the human side of it. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's the first time Deneen has ever done anything like this. Anything.
Deneen really knocked it out of the park.
Yes. So this is the first time anybody ever will be able to get a double-sided medallion mug, Deneen Pottery mug, and we're so freaking excited about it. Comes out in a couple weeks. Only 4,000 of these made. So when they do get released, you're going to want one. Like, you're going to want to get one.
Now.
So,
not now.
And I'll break it down for you. And if you're brand new to the company, or this might be your first time around a mug release, this is how it works. In a couple weeks when we release this, it'll be released on a given day in the week. Let's say it's a Thursday. That day, it will be released at normal release time around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The best way to know about it is watch the show every week. We'll let you know the night before. We'll also subscribe to that newsletter and to Scoop, because you'll know then. And text mugs to 484848, and you'll get a text message the minute it goes on sale. But the best way to get a mug is to subscribe to Death Wish Coffee, not the newsletter, to the coffee itself. You can subscribe to our whole bean, our ground, our K-Cups, our cold brew, or even the Valhalla Java in whole bean, ground, and K-Cups. And if you subscribe to any of those, you can get them delivered every week, every month, however you want to set it up. With that subscription, not only do you get a discount on coffee, you get all the freebies that we come out with all the time, but you get day early access to mugs.
It's true.
Yes. So if this was released on a Thursday, if you're a coffee subscriber, you'll get the chance to buy one on a Wednesday or whatever day. But that's what's so amazing about it. This mug is coming out in just a few short weeks. I can't
just look at it?
Look at it. Look at it. Gosh.
It's so beautiful.
It is so frickin' beautiful. I cannot wait to own one of my very own. So there really will only be 3,999 of these, because one is mine.
Okay.
So there. So ha.
So ha.
Let's see. What else do we got? Oh, I don't know if you knew this. We've talked about this a couple times on the show.
Instant coffee.
Instant coffee's coming right around the corner, too. Let me go to the mug vision. Womp.
Now it's instant coffee vision.
So this is our new instant coffee. I know a lot of people out there are like, instant coffee. And I'm with you. It's not like an everyday thing. But if you're camping, you're on the go, you're, constantly traveling, this is the coffee you want. It is
so good.
So good, so strong, 300 milligrams, and comes in, that box will contain 8 of these instant coffee packets. And I got to say, I just was at a hotel for a couple days recently, and I brought a box of this with me, and it was the best to wake up every day with some instant Death Wish coffee. And again, like I said, it doesn't have to be an everyday drink, but it's great to have.
Oh, especially if you're traveling. I wish I didn't even think to bring this last week with me.
And, just so you know, too, you guys probably heard that last year and this year, we sent our coffee to the International Space Station, and this is basically the same version that was sent to the astronauts. So just like it's the Tang of coffee. So just like Tang, you can drink what the astronauts drank in space. It's a little different. We had to obviously freeze dry it differently to send it to space, but it's as close as you're going to get.
It tastes, when we tasted the space coffee and tasted this, they do taste pretty similar.
Pretty similar. So that's right around the corner. Basically, full disclosure, guys, we're just making sure that, I's are dotted, T's are crossed. All of this is in our fulfillment centers. Everything's ready to go before we actually release it to the public, to you guys. So it'll be available on the site very soon. I would say within a month or two. Easy.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be great. And I see a lot of comments coming out there, too. It's not only good to drink, it's good to cook with.
All kinds of stuff you can make.
When we do release it, I want to see those instant coffee Death Wish recipes.
For a second, I thought you were going to say it's also good to, snort it or something. We don't recommend doing that,
We don't recommend doing that. And I'm looking at you, Ryan.
Yeah. Giving people ideas.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yep, there he is. So, we got something new that's coming out. Now, this is a few weeks down the road. But if you head on over to deathwishcoffee.com/contest, I think I have a thing. Kablam.
If
you head on over to there, you can enter our contest every single week. We give away free coffee for a month every week. We give away cold brew.
We give away Jeff.
No, we're not giving away me. We're giving away instant coffee over there until the release.
We
so
are.
You have a way to win that before you can buy it.
Want to try it out. Yeah.
Speaking of coffee. But we also have right now an incredible Halloween giveaway that's happening. Now you're going to be able to win
the mug
plus the golden ticket mug, the patch, the Ouija hoodie, some other fun, Halloween stuff, maybe a bag of pumpkin coffee, all sorts of really cool stuff. But the coolest thing I think we're releasing, and this is going to be released to everybody, but you can win it before you buy it over at Contest. But this will be released in a couple weeks as we teamed back up with Ethereal Chocolate to make probably the coolest thing I've ever seen.
It's so cool. Chocolate cam. There you go.
All right. So this is our Rest in Pieces chocolate. And it comes in a coffin-shaped box, which is amazing. And as you can see there, it's a chocolate skeleton that's Death Wish coffee with dark chocolate and cocoa butter. And I'm going to open this up for you. This is gluten-free and vegan.
Made with our coffee.
Made with our coffee and the incredible people at Ethereal Confections. Now,
Based out of Illinois.
Yeah, I'm going to open this up as you talk a little bit more about it.
So, there we go. That's what I was... Be careful, Jeff. Oh, Jesus. You're ruining it.
I ruined it.
Look at that. That's chocolate, people. And Jeff keeps dropping the skull. But literally chocolate skeleton with different pieces of bones, hence the name Rest in Pieces, made by our friends at Ethereal Confections. If you tried our chocolate bars last year, pretty much the same chocolate, obviously a different mold, but damn, is this going to be good.
It's not white
It
chocolate.
smells so good. Yeah.
I just wanted you guys to know it is not white chocolate. That is cocoa butter that has been brushed on it.
I want to smell it.
You want to smell it? And the cocoa butter is what makes it white.
Oh, and it
But
smells
it's
so
dark
good.
chocolate with our coffee inside. And, I mean, how cool is that? And it's a cool box, too. So when you're done, you can use, like, I love using boxes like this to, like, re-gift things or whatever, you know? Like, it's awesome. It's so awesome. I can't wait for you guys to get this. This will be released before Halloween, so you should be able to get it you should be able to order it and have it delivered to you before Halloween actually hits.
So you can eat a skeleton while you're giving out
Right. So
Halloween
like when you're
candy.
giving away, store-bought candy to the kids
You
who
get
are showing up
crunch on a
trick-or-treating.
femur.
Yes. Crunch on a femur. And then eat our delicious Death Wish chocolate. I'm very excited about that. I really, really am. When Thomas had the idea to do it, I was like, man, that's a great idea. I wonder if they could even do it. And he just asked Ethereal, and they were like, sure.
Ethereal did it.
Well, sure, we can,
No
we
questions
can totally
asked.
do that. Couldn't believe it. So that's amazing.
And again, it's gluten-free and vegan, so it tastes just as amazing as our chocolate bars. Just want to really, remind people that it's not white chocolate on the outside. So if you have dietary restrictions, if you're
It's the truth.
gluten-free, vegan,
It's
good.
the truth.
The
Okay,
truth.
so one final thing I wanted to show you guys. If you guys, again, subscribe to The Scoop, you probably saw our recent blog all about the upcoming products that you're seeing before you tonight. And the final one that we actually haven't shown at all, other than in a picture on the blog, is our new blanket that will be coming out later this year. And I'm so excited about
This has been Jeff Knapp approved. It's a heather gray blanket. It's a sweatshirt material blanket. So it's one of those really soft, warm throws that you can use in the winter. It's huge, too. You can throw it on your bed.
Wait.
Oh, Jesus. I know what you're going to do. Oh, my God. That was actually really good. Someone make a gif of that, please.
How great is this, though? Holy moly.
This is also very soft. We're all about soft things here.
It's amazing. It's super soft. It's weighted, too. It's probably like 5 pounds.
It is heavy.
And it's so big and awesome, and the material is really nice, and the logo is really nice. I've napped in it. It's worth it. I
Jeff
promise.
tested this. Good.
Yes.
It does not come in black. It's only going to come in this one heather gray color. Figure. Jesus, this is heavy. We figured this is a good way. Black blankets get dirty quick, especially if you have pets around the house. So we thought that a lighter color might be better. Plus, it's made with that sweatshirt material too. So
Yeah.
it's I was gonna say delicious, and I meant to say comfortable.
It'll be coming out before the end of the year. Obviously, as it gets cooler or in the winter months, we definitely got that. But I got to tell you guys, there's some stuff coming out before the end of the year.
Oh man.
That you're going to flip out about. I can't wait to show you. I can't wait to talk about it. We got some samples in for some of this stuff. Some new merchandise, some new apparel. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to be amazing. I want to say at the end here one final time that basically thank you guys so much for watching the show. We're really sorry that we got kind of, screwed up earlier on with the science segment, that Facebook kind of booted us off for a stupid reason.
Stupid Facebook.
We'll be better about it coming up. Like I said, if you were on Facebook and you missed the end of the science segment, you can definitely tune in on YouTube. It'll be appearing there on Sunday. Also, don't forget to tune into the podcast, available everywhere tomorrow, wherever podcasts are found. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Music, including in full video on Death Wish Coffee Company YouTube page with my interview with Elizabeth Streb from Streb Extreme Action. That was an incredible interview, and you guys will be very inspired. I 100% promise that you'll be incredibly inspired. Finally here, I also do want to mention that October 30th, mark it on your calendars, that show, that live show that's
man.
going to come out that we're going to do on Wednesday is going to break the mold. We're not going to do our normal deal of what we do here and you see us do every single week. We are going to basically do a Halloween party streamed live here at Death Wish HQ.
Gonna be spooky.
We've got a bunch of fun stuff planned to do right here in the studio, and we want you guys to all be a part of it. So October 30th, we're going to have an incredible time, incredible Halloween time here, which is going to be a lot of fun. Finally, like I said earlier in the show, we are going to pick a winner for this mug over on Facebook and on Twitch. As soon as I sign off, I will pick winners of different comments on each of those platforms. And on YouTube, like I said, we can't get in those comments when we sign off, so I'm going to pick the winner, which we picked earlier before we came back live, and that winner is Chad Laxina. Chad Laxina, you are the winner tonight. Please hit up Death Wish Coffee on any social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Let us know, Chad Laxina, let us know your address so we can send the mug directly out to you. Thank you guys so much for watching the show.
Yay!
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we'll be back next week with a brand new show, part 2 of our spooky science series, and a hell of a lot more fun. Good night, everybody.